Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I know that different cultures, different people have different understandings of certain expressions, or I don't know, even reality. Some song for some culture might sound sad, but the same song for other culture might sound like a celebration, like, a joyful song. It is true that our cultures shape us in a way, or we shape our cultures based on our particularities. So I would like to make sure that by citing Donald Trump's warning, threat towards Putin, directed towards Putin, it's understood correctly in all cultures. And I would like you to tell me what you understand out of this expression if someone tells you this. You are playing with fire, or you're playing with fire. Now, if I tell you, or someone tells you you're playing with fire, what does it mean? That means is the danger that you're gonna get burned. That means it's gonna hurt you. You're gonna get hurt. So it is a threat. Can we agree that that's a threat? For instance, if you are in the streets and someone says about something, you're playing with fire here, what does it mean? All right? Or if one of your parents, when you were a child, told you, hey Gigi, you're playing with fire, what does it mean? A whooping was next. I mean, are we clear that it's a clear threat? All right, I think it's clear. But I had to do this, because we are on YouTube and we have all kind of people watching here, and you have to start with ABC 1, 2, 3. You can go to Z already. They're like, how did you get to Z? Well, it's a lot of work. You have to read, you have to pay attention, you have to, rub shoulders, you have to go around the block a few times. So what happened? Donald Trump, like many Western supposed leaders, supposedly, they think, even though it's been proven that the Russians don't respond positively to threats and ultimatums, chooses to tell Russia, or else. You do this, or else. And the Russians explained not only verbally, but physically by entering Ukraine that does not work to them. So Trump threatens Russia. They all threaten Russia. The Brits threaten Russia, Zelensky threatens Russia, the French, the Germans, the Czech Republic, the Lithuanians, the Estonians, the Poles, they all threaten Russia. And Russia did what? Kept going in the same direction it chose. So what does that tell you? That's that expression, the definition of insanity, I think it is, or something like that. Doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. So these guys are doing the same thing and they expect a different outcome. Threats do not work with Russia. Why? It's too strong and doesn't care. Now, we have Trump's threats, or threat. Then you have, actually there's two of them, Trump's threat. Then we have the so-called US envoy in Ukraine, Mr. Kellogg, who's not allowed. Mr. Kellogg is not allowed to go to Moscow and speak and be the envoy to discuss, to make the connections between the Russians and the Ukrainians. I wonder why, and I will give you my gut feeling on who's behind Kellogg that the Russians don't want to see why they don't want to see him in Moscow or dealing with this peace process. And the third one is Mr. Medvedev's reaction, Dmitry Medvedev, that little, okay. So Medvedev gives an answer to the threats. And as always, and I'm using always, I don't like the always, never, but for the purpose of, like always, these guys in the media and the jackals in the West, I'm talking about the politicians, they don't go to the primary issue. They go to the secondary. Like, for instance, you see a thief and you say, stop, motherfucker. And the thief, oh my God, you insult my feelings, you hurt my feelings, you talk to me like that, oh my God, you misgendered me or something. The main point is, you are stealing right now. But he goes to the secondary or tertiary. Oh my, you misgendered me? Or something like this, unimportant. So that's exactly how these guys look at it. Oh my God, Medvedev threatens the world with World War III. That's irresponsible. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go back and see what triggered that. Now, I'm going to give you last example before I'm going to read about 1, 2, 3, PPP. 6 articles for you. If, let's say, you just walk down the street and you turn a corner and you see me, mighty me, beating the shit out of someone, no names given. Okay, bum, 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 you say, oh my God, Emil. Now you can think, oh, he's a tough guy. Or you say, whoa, 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 this guy is crazy. Why is he attacking the poor victim who's beaten up and bloodied? Right? And you go say, Emil, oh my God, let's restrain Emil. Let's get Emil away because Emil is the bad guy. Look. If you see it only when you turn the corner and you pick things up, then, yes, Emil is beating the shit out of Gigi. But you don't know what Gigi did. Did you? Did you know what he did? No. Do you care? No. All I care is that I saw Emil beating Gigi. But the world doesn't work that way. What if Gigi, before you turn the corner, killed Emil's family? Would Emil be, I don't know, entitled to beat the shit and more of Gigi? I think so. Not I think so. I know so. So, there you have it. These guys are going to look what Medvedev said. Whoa, why did we get here? Don't say anything about that one. It was your unprovoked invasion of Ukraine, wasn't it? Yeah, everybody, yeah. No, let's go back. No, don't go back. Let's go 2014. No, don't go further than that. Oh, we go 2008. No, let's go to, I don't know, 1994. Budapest Memorandum. No! Go to the broken promise of NATO against Russia. No inch expansion eastward, 1 inch. Remember NATO? No! Why not? And there's nothing left after that. If you want to go further, we can go to the Second World War. Do we want to go to the Second World War? Who dropped atomic bombs? Oh, the Hitler was the big... but the guys dropped 2 atomic bombs one after another. And they said, if you don't unconditionally surrender, we're going to go to the 3rd one, and 4th one, and 4th one, and 5th, and 6th. What does it mean? Does it mean genocide? But no, Hitler is the bad guy and Stalin. But hey, Truman was just a nice guy dropping atomic bombs until that guy just puts out. Right? All right, let's go with the articles. I'm already feisty and it's fucking 7 o'clock almost. a.m. Trump says Putin is playing with fire. Now, who says this? Who says this but a teacher who someone is in control? And what exactly are you going to do about it? This is my question. Anytime when someone makes a threat on you, the point is, or does something or criticizes, the point is, what are you going to do about it? Can you do anything about it? I mean, you can talk. It's fine. But beyond that, that's it. Threats are valid only if you can put them in practice or implement them. If you can't, it's just blah, 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 blah. Shows that you're a tough guy. And that's it. And you're not. Because when the other side crosses the red line that you imposed, you're not going to do squat. Therefore, you diminish your own authority or your own, ego, if you want. US President Donald Trump has stated that Kremlin's leader, Vladimir Putin, is, quote-unquote, playing with fire. Like what? Like your might? Trump on social media platform Truth Social, as reported by European Pravda. Now this is it. The US president criticized Putin and said that if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia. And I'm quoting, and I mean really bad. He's playing with fire. So what does he try to say? That these guys really can fuck up Russia. But Russia cannot fuck up anybody. Only 7,400 nuclear warheads Russia has, but hey, somehow, And I'm going to show you how these guys are playing with the blame game. So I'm here, you slap me, I don't do anything, you slap me again, which I'm a baboon already. If you slap me twice and I didn't smack the fuck out of you, it's a problem right here. And you smack it a 3rd time, and after you smack me the 3rd time, I'm getting ready to knock you out. You say, Emil again uses violence. He wants to kill us all. He's crazy. This thing is gonna kill me. Oh my God. And like, oh, so I wait for the 4th and 5th slap? Yes. That's exactly what these guys are doing in Ukraine. They keep slapping Russia. Remember, the root cause of all this is NATO expansion. Get that clear. If you don't agree with that one, then we're never gonna have peace. with Russia. Clear? We're never going to have peace with Russia. And if you don't think that's true, I know what to tell you. You don't wanna. You are incapable. You didn't get the information yet. You didn't acquire the knowledge yet. What else could it be? Unless you don't wanna. I don't wanna. Or I wanna, but I can't. You know, I want to know, but I can't. Or you don't know anything and say, okay, wait, let me verify. What are you talking about? Give me more details. Well, I got about 10,000 videos you can check, okay? mind you. So here, he says he's playing with fire, really bad things. And Medvedev responds to the really bad things, saying the only really bad thing I see is the World War III. Everybody's focused not on Trump's statement, on Medvedev's statement. What do you mean bad things? I will tell you a story if I have time here at the end of this with my father when he went to school to fuck those guys up. I will tell you in the communist times, okay? Because he was threatened through me by a fucking principal, a baboon fucking from security, okay? His name was Schmidt. A lot of people love the pedophile, but anyway. So, anyway, let's move on. Let's go to the second one. Ukraine form. Trump says Putin playing with fire. So the same thing, what Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is that if it weren't for me, he stopped them. Lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia, and I mean really bad. So besides the fact that Trump, I think is obvious that he's always the best, the greatest, the fantasticest. Every time something happens, never thing like this happened before. He is sometimes yes, but most of the time no. Right? But he always plays like, oh my God, if it weren't for me, man, the world would be, I take care of all the problems in this world. No, you're not. So he's over, I don't know, I think it's a term for this, megalomaniac, I think. Anyway, let's move on. And here it is from Russia Today. Putin playing with fire. Trump says the US leader has recently made some harsh remarks toward Moscow, which the Kremlin has attributed to emotional overload. You know what it is? Emotional overload is hysteria. It's raining outside. The wind is blowing 20 miles per hour. Let me hide in the basement. Fuck me, Freddy. All right. Emotional overload. So let's see what these guys say. All right. There you go. Direct talks. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, ready? Meanwhile, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, in response to Trump's latest remark, said on X that he only knows, and I'm quoting, of one really bad thing, World War III. I hope Trump understands this, end quote. The official who currently serves as the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council added. You got it? So this is it. So the only bad thing is that you keep going, I'm gonna knock the shit out of you. Remember you punch me 3 times and I'm ready to smack you and say, oh, Emil, that's horrible. And I'm gonna show you how this jackal, I can't call him differently, Mr. Kellogg, the US envoy to Ukraine, not allowed in Russia, says, US envoy blasts Russia's World War III threats. So this guy's threat is okay. All right, but this guy's threat, Medvedev, oh my God, is no. Right there, and it says, stoking fears of World War III is an unfortunate, reckless comment by Security Council Deputy Chairman Medvedev using unfitting of a world power. Says whom? Who dropped the atomic bombs again? Do you know? The statements of Medvedev are unfitting of a world power, but a country who dropped 2 atomic bombs, that was a war crime, mind you, to lectures everybody about who could have and who should not have nuclear weapons, and that's unfitting for a world power. Really? I mean, under what the fuck set of moral rules we live here? Inconsistent, that's what it is. And I'm going to show you another one, because these guys are all happy about it, what this baboon said. Kellogg comments on Medvedev's threat, reckless comment, unfitting of world power. Unelected official, all right, unelected. I don't think he was ever elected. He was a general or something. No wonder. So Trump's Ukraine envoy condemns Medvedev's reckless World War III comment, but not the other guys. It is irresponsible to stoke fears of a global conflict. You are in a global conflict. This is what these guys are trying to do. This is the shame game these guys are playing. I'm allowed to do something bad to you, but you're not allowed to, like Israel, defend itself. It seems like defending yourself is reserved only to certain people, not to everyone else. So anyway, I'm allowed to bring my NATO troops to your border. I'm allowed to, I don't know, maybe overthrow a government in 2014 in a country that was supposed to be under the 1994 Budapest Memorandum neutral. I overthrow the government. I say that you're going to be NATO next to Russia. Russia tells you, and you know that, if you, this is a no-no, it's a red line, we're going to use military force to knock you out. And these guys say, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh my, people, oh my God. That's what these guys are doing. And their jackals in the media, the operatives, media operatives, are giving you this narrative. All right. That's it, my friends, with this. But let me tell you a story with my father and I and Mr. Schmidt. So Mr. Schmidt was a principal of a German school that I attended when I was younger. Okay, so jawohl, mein Kamerad. So something happened in the school, and I was called. It was not me. I will tell you. I would have no problem telling you. I did a lot of bad stuff, so I have no problem. It's not about the police or anything. So. Something bad happened in the school. There was some vandalism. Some things got damaged in the school. And for whatever reason, they start picking people from the... I don't know exactly why I was picked. But then with the conversation, I understand what happened. So without being modest, and I don't like to be modest, I want to be truthful. My father was high up in the Romanian society. Okay, so... He was an engineer, he was so on. So he was high up. And you had the securitatea, the secret police. And the secret police were the guys who were chup, 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 chup. He did that, he said that. A lot of them. And some of the security's main task was to keep us safe, the Romanians safe, from domestic and foreign, like CIA, FBI, whatever you have, NSA, keep us safe. But then they turn against the people because they're used by bad actors in power. So this was the Securitate. And the Securitate, you can be blackmailed to be part of the Securitate and cooperate with them. Or you choose to go and knock at the door and say, I want to be your little bird chirping about this guy, that guy, that guy. And the higher you are, the higher ups you keep under control. So this happened to me. I was called to the principal's office, me and another guy. And they didn't know anything about me and the other guy. The other guy, his father was not like me, like my father. It was a different kind of father. Anyway, not a bad guy. It was not a bad guy. And we called in the office, and this director, he was German, ethnic German. Schmidt was his name. And a lot of people love him, but I know he was a pedo. Now, as an adult, I knew that for about... When I was a child, I didn't figure it out. You know, sometimes when you don't understand, was I supposed to react to this if he touches my breast? I don't know if I'm okay. So the same with Schmidt. At that time, when you're a child, you don't understand. Was that now? When as an adult and you see things differently, you know, with puberty and all that, you realize what's that and what's not that. So I realized, yeah, that guy was a pedo. Clearly, I saw him. All right, just put it this way. Now I didn't see him ramming or something, but I saw touches of students. And nevertheless, I'm not going to go deeper than that. A lot of people love Mr. Schmidt. They don't know shit about Mr. Schmidt. He was a security motherfucker. Do you know that from Securitatea? All right, so anyway, he gets us in the room and he said, tell me, both of you, what you did. Is that how it works? Or you say, Gigi, Michael saw you doing this. This is the video right here. You did it, you're guilty. That's how you did it in the real world. But in Gestapo, you do, tell me what you did. Yes, tell me right now. That's how he was. My face is, tell me what you did. I want to destroy you. And I said, I didn't do anything. The other guy, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, this is self-reporting. They expect you by threats to report yourself if you did something. And I said, what the fuck did I do now again? I thought everything I did was known already. So I said I didn't do anything. So they got me out and made me write a deposition, a report, a declaration. And it was a teacher who was very nice. She was a cocksucker, proper. I mean, clearly, I know her too. She was an ass leaker. Anyway, she came over there and she said, hey, you know, she knew my parents. So she played a nice cop with me and, hey, you know, Emil, Director Schmidt will be a little bit more flexible if you report yourself and your parents. And I said, but I have nothing to report. I haven't done anything. Write everything down there. All right. I wanted to throw myself off the window at that time, just so you know. This was my just to, I mean, I looked down, I could jump over, but those were my, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Then I was taken back over there, and because they said, you gave me a stack of papers to fill it all. And I said, my name is this, my name is what, my name is Mud, Slim Shady, that's what I wrote over there. And I showed up with that over there, my name is this, but I didn't do anything. I don't know what the fuck guy, because I did not do anything. So their psychology did not work on me, threats and all that. And when I did that, with a guy, he again did not do anything. He's got a big, not a baseball, like this swivel, I think you call it, swivel, whatever. It was a round, not round, cylindric piece of wood like this big. And he got this kid, my colleague, and he beat the shit out of him in the principal's office. Like, hit him hard on his butt. The guy was running around him, boom, 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 so he doesn't get hit. And then he said, now it's your turn. But with you, he was afraid to beat me like he beat that guy, because his father was not my father. So he was afraid of retaliations if he would do that to me, to Mr. Kosman, okay? So he did it to that guy, but his name was Roshu, last name, just so you know. You can check him out, Roshu, remember? Hey, Roshu, remember? Last name. So he beat a guy, Roshu, I can't remember his first name. So then he put Roshu down and he started talking about me. Now I'm going to take care of, and pay attention, I'm going to take care of you and your father. And I was like, what the fuck happened here? What's my father has to do with this? And then he said, I'm going to call the police. I was, oh my God. But I have nothing, man. I have nothing. That was the problem. I have nothing. So he called. He pretended he didn't call. And he said, yeah, I would like to speak with Major. I can't remember the name of the major. He was a major. Major Bababa in the police. Yes, Major, man, you have a problem here, yeah, with Mr. Kosman here. I want you to... That's what I was doing. Mr. Kosman here and his father. Yeah, can you check that? We're going to take care of him and his father. And implying, I started crying. I was all like, what the fuck did I do? I was, I don't know, in early high school, let's put it this way. And after that, he let me go because they couldn't get out of me anything. They put me to write more. And I went home and I entered the house and my father and my mom saw my face. I was not crying. I was just probably like, like this, all right? Said, what happened to you? What happened to you? And I started crying and I told them. And my father was like this. What do you mean? He will take care of me. It's exactly what, look at me and said, what do you mean when he's going to take care of me? And I said, oh, that's what he said. He called the police and he said he's going to take care of me and my father. I said, yeah? Okay, tomorrow morning we go to school. So tomorrow morning, went to school. We got to school. We went over there. The secretary, do you have an appointment or something? He said, anyway, my father did not even talk to the secretary. Went straight to they knew one another. He knew, my father knew Schmidt. Schmidt knew my father because of where they were, you know what I mean? And my father went straight in over there. And then the secretary went in after, and I was with him in tow, and he said, Tovarishch Schmidt, he said, oh, it's okay, how can I help you? How can I help you, Mr. Kosman? That's how he fucking stood up from his desk. Oh, yes, Mr. Kosman, how can I help you? Yes, And then my father told me, wait outside. He told what's her name, the secretary, get the fuck out. Not my father, Schmidt, and it was my father and him. And after that, they went to a different room with my father, my dirigente, Romanians know what that is, and then this sly ass licker teacher that tried to be the connection. So the guy brought all the people to, all the good things were told about me. And my father told her a few things, what do you mean, and so on. And then I was not in the room. I just heard from outside Peace and bits. And then we went from there, and that was it. That was it, my friend. But my friends, but I'm telling you how these guys did. We're gonna take care of you and your father. Yeah? Like what? My father said, yeah, what do you mean they're gonna take care of me? So he went over there, and when I got older, he didn't tell me then, because I was a baboon, and I would tell the kids in classroom, oh, my dad came and smacked Schmidt, and then everything will go to Schmidt. So my father had, diplomacy, and he told me only when I was an adult, I don't know, maybe 20 years after that, 15 years after that, what happened in that room and what. All right. And he told them that this kind of Gestapo methods are not used in Romania. And if he wants to use them somewhere else, he should go that somewhere else. That's exactly what he told him. Oh my God, it's horrible. Fuck off. Because at that time, if the security will come and pick you up, you're going to spend some time over there until they will get information from you or anything else. Anything. And my father had a big stack of reports from this about him. After the revolution, he saw his dossier or whatever that was. So this is it. Sorry for keeping you so long and so personal. So the same, you play with fire. Yeah, like what? Like, what do you mean you play with fire? What do you mean bad things? And when this guy says, yeah, I'm gonna knock the fuck out of you. Oh my God, did you see what Medvedev said to us? We're the victims here. No, motherfuckers, you are in Ukraine. You, NATO is in Romania. NATO is in Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Poland, Finland now, Sweden now, Norway it was before, Turkey. Pick a map. And this guy should be A-okay? If you say yes, then I would like to be okay when the Russians will deploy their troops and nuclear weapons in Cuba, let's say Venezuela, in Nicaragua, or maybe Mexico, or maybe Canada, and see if the Americans would like it. And if you say no, I would say why. And I will tell you what your answer will be. Because we're the good ones and they're the bad ones. Yeah, but it's still the act. If someone rapes someone, you can be the good guy, but if you get involved in that kind of activity, you're a bad guy. The same with the bad guy. If the bad guy does the same crime, commits the same crime as the good guy, that means the crime is bad for you, but it's not a crime for me because I'm the good guy. How in the fuck am I the good guy again? Oh, I identify as good. Oh, thank you very much. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.